Assalamu alaikum. Be careful what you believe. Be careful what you emotionalized based on your belief. Because irrespective of what that thing is, if you strongly believe it enough and you emotionalize it, it will find a way to show up in your life, even if it's a lie. So believe it's a divine energy that is so potent that whatever you channel it into will manifest. It is the energy behind every occurrence in this life, whether good or bad. And it is put in place by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So anything that is attached to must obey because the power of Allah. I'll contextualize this for us. I'm a Yoruba man from Nigeria. And there is this belief amongst some set of Yorubas that when you give birth to a set of twins, some of these twins actually requires you to go beg for money for them. You have to go on either on a busy street or in the middle of the market to beg for money for them, not because you do not have the sustenance to take care of them, but that's what's their spiritual demand that you have to meet. And for those people who actually believe in this practice, when they do not do these things, their worst fear come to pass on those children, whether by becoming seriously ill or they may eventually die. The same thing goes for some children that were born with natural dread. They will be warned that don't cut the hair on the head of this child until certain age or forever. And if they do, because of their belief, their worst fear will come to pass on that specific child. And there are some certain set of people who goes to the river goddess. People who have been barren for years, sometimes decades, will go to this river and go ask for child. And lo and behold, they will be back the next year or the following year to give thanks because they will have the child. So you see what I'm talking about, of the power of belief. It is agnostic of religion. It's the power of Allah. So whatever it is directed into must obey. So it doesn't really matter. You don't have to be a Muslim. But once you believe something enough, you emotionalize it and it's so strongly believed and entrenched in your heart, it will find a way to show up in your life. Do you know that if you engage with this post by commenting, liking, and sharing it, it will reach greater and larger audience and you will get a reward for that. And it costs nothing. And you can do it right now. Do it now. Okay, do it now. Assalamu alaikum. And the unbelievers, they use this power and it works for them. And because they get result, some of them calls themselves self-made. Some of them will say, I'm in control of my destiny because of that. And as a result, they feel there's no need for a God. There's no need to go to a God to ask for anything. They're getting result. And because of that, they are pushed further into kufr and they are ungrateful. And even at that, Allah still won't change the law because of them. And a Muslim then asks, why will someone who believes in the creation of Allah is getting result? And I, as a Muslim, who actually believe in the source, is not getting a result. Now, the question I'll ask you is that, do you believe Allah the way it should be believed? See, the type of belief that gets you result is not an intellectual belief. It's not, I believe in Allah and then that's it. It's a type of belief that is so strong, that is so emotionalized that whoever that is not in the realm of your belief, when they hear about the things you're believing to manifest in your life, they'll think you're crazy. They will feel like you are very unreasonable and you're not being realistic. That level of belief that is so strong, that is so emotionalized, that is beyond the intellectual of human, that level of belief. So you ask yourself as a Muslim, do you believe like that? And I'm not talking about your definition of belief that's prescribed in the Quran. Ask yourself your everyday dealings, the thoughts you entertain in your head. the things you engage yourself in, the activities you do on a daily basis, does it reflect that you believe in Allah? Does that show someone who truly, deeply believe in Allah? I am not talking about intellectual belief. I'm talking about the emotional belief that's beyond human intellect. Is that the type of belief you have in Allah? Because that's the type of belief that will get you results. As a Muslim, Allah has presented you an opportunity to live your best life without losing your akhirah. Because you know that nothing happens except by the permission of Allah. And when you get it, you will be able to give thanks to Allah. You will be grateful because you know it's not you, it's Allah. And because of that, on the day you stand in front of Allah, He will have mercy upon you and grant you Jannah. But if you are the spiritually dead, intellectual Muslim, you won't get result. At least not in the way a Muslim should get result. There are a lot of Muslims that are getting result in a very un-Islamic way. And because of that, it reduces their iman. It reduces the belief in Allah because they feel, I have not been praying the way I should be praying. I'm not the best of Muslims. They know, but they are seeing result. They're using the power of belief because when you believe something so strongly, it will evoke certain actions that will give you result. That's the power of Allah. It's a natural law that Allah will never change, even though people are ungrateful. So as a Muslim, you need to understand that you can live your best life without losing your akhirah if you do it the right way. And it will be a shame on the day a Muslim stands before Allah that you didn't live a fulfilled life. And I'm not talking about fulfillment that's gotten out of those short-term pleasures you doing, chasing after pleasures and all those. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fulfillment that comes from you fully utilizing the gift that Allah has implanted in you as human being. That you're useful or fully useful to yourself, to your family, and to the ummah at large. It'd be a shame that you sat right beside the river and you died of thirst. So dear Muslims, channel your beliefs back to Allah. That strong belief that nothing breaks, nothing makes except by the permission of Allah. Let your actions and inactions, your thoughts, your speeches, everything you do, let it be in accordance to the belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you will live your best life. And on the day you stand in front of Allah, because you give thanks, because you live your life according to the do's and don'ts of Allah, Allah will have mercy on you and will grant you Jannah. May Allah make it easy for you and for me. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.